Hey, it's Ryan with Learning Works for Kids, and today we're going to be playing the game Jelly Towers. I'm going to play a couple of tutorial levels and a couple of the beginning levels, and give you an idea of the game and show you what thinking skills can be used while playing this game. The main objective of each level is to feed this big, long-necked monster just some jellies. And it starts off, you can just drag it in front of his mouth, and as long as it's sitting still in front of his mouth, he'll eat it. Unless he has a certain preference, which you'll learn about soon. We're just going to go on to the next level. You'll see now that there are black zones as well, so I can't really just drag these jellies into his mouth. So I gotta drag it up and over, and oh no, it's a little too short, so I gotta grab another one and stack them. And this is where a lot of the game's physics comes into play, where it's a lot of stacking and thinking about each level and how you're gonna feed this monster. So I'm gonna try and stack them, and perfect, he ate it. So we're gonna go on to the next level now. Okay, so now this is the preference that I was talking about. This long-necked beast wants a yellow block. All I have here is an orange, so let's try and feed him the orange and see what happens. Just put that in front of his face. See, like that? Oh no, he does not like that. But bam, look, a yellow one appeared. So now I can just use the orange one and stack the yellow one, put it right in front of his face, and boom. And you'll see that there are different levels that require different things. Like, now there are two monsters that want two different type of jellies. So I gotta look at the level and really plan it out. So I have one long piece and two small pieces, and then the pieces they need. So by theory, I can use the long piece, throw one right here, and stack the green one on top. Really just set a goal and go for it. And he's already eaten his, and now I could just stack these two, just like I have the long piece on the left. So drag it up and over. I don't want to knock over that tower. And feed him, and I set a goal, and my plan worked. Eat it up. You're gonna run into levels like this where there is a fog, and you can't really. It becomes a challenge because you can't control the jellies inside of the fog, and it requires a lot of just like throwing and time spent and careful precision as you have to try and stack the jellies into his mouth. And you really have to be careful and really just take your time and do what needs to be done for these type of levels. Okay, this is the first real level. Run. Okay. So I really need to set a plan first of all and try and stack these up to put in his mouth. I'm thinking maybe if obviously he's really high up, so maybe if I use one of these long ones, and then let's see, if I put this on top of it and maybe use these triangles to kind of, I'll try with those small ones. I use these triangles to kind of stack with each other. Maybe if I put two small ones next to each other, and let's try it. Like, self-control is a big aspect of this game. Like, if you don't take your time and remain calm despite the towers falling or just things not turning out your way, then you're gonna end up freaking out, because this game is actually very challenging and really just requires a lot of patience and really different thinking. So I'm just gonna try and place this up here, hope it stays, and go for it. Nice, first try. Now I have to play with the fogs and try and shoot all these jellies out of it just by throwing this yellow ball in there. And yeah, as you can see, this game really uses self-control and patience and planning for each level. Just like you'd plan your day of school out, it's not too different as planning for each one of these levels. And controlling your anger and frustration for these jelly blobs that don't necessarily always go your way is not too different than controlling your anger if a sports or academic team you enjoy watching loses or something. It's not the end of the world, and really you have to be okay with that, because things aren't always going to turn out your way. Though I don't want to hold you guys up too long with me messing up in these levels. You should go try out the game yourself. It's pretty challenging and definitely a way to test your brain and have a good time doing it. Okay, this has been Ryan with Learning Works for Kids. Have fun playing.